said, "Everybody, split up. Come back here in an hour." The five of us split up. We looked everywhere. Asked at reception, down by the river, in the bathrooms, and even deep into the surrounding woods. But we couldn't find him. We yelled and asked everyone. Jack even helped phoning the local police, but they said they can't help us since it hasn't been 48 hours since he is gone. EJ said, "We can't rely on authorities. We'll figure it out. We always do." We got in the caravan and started looking for Tom, driving on gravel roads, steep roads, and deserted roads, all situated around the caravan park. But nothing. It was getting dark. EJ suggested that we go back to the caravan park in hopes that Tom would have pitched up there. We drove for hours on a gravel road, but we were completely lost. We ended up on a sandy road with no streetlights or pit stops to be found. EJ couldn't find the way back to the caravan park, and now it was in the middle of the night. Next to the sandy road was an open area, and we parked the caravan there. We would continue searching in the morning. We were so tired. All five of us passed out. I woke up the next morning to one of my brother's screams. "Where the hell are we?" When we looked out of the caravan's window, we were surrounded by a desert. Yellow sand stretched out on all sides. We were completely lost. My parents never allowed us to have mobile phones, so we couldn't phone for help. We didn't even have a map. All five of us ran out of the caravan. We soon realized that the road we drove on the previous night was gone. The wind must have blown the soft sand over the last remains of the tracks. There was no way we could tell which direction to go. I fell down to my knees and started sobbing. Tom is missing, we're lost, and I'll never see Jack again. My brothers tried to console me, saying that everything would be okay. Luckily, we had an extra tank of fuel in the caravan and some canned food. We had breakfast and started to drive in one direction. It was so hot. The caravan struggled in the soft sand, but thankfully we didn't get stuck. We passed sand dunes and even a few dry bushes and trees, but no sign of people anywhere. Luckily, we eventually reached a gravel road. We drove the whole day. There was nothing in sight. Finally, the desert started to turn into grasslands. By nightfall, we still haven't found any sign of civilization. We stopped the caravan for the night. Before sunrise, I could hear EJ starting the engine of the caravan. "Guys, I just added the last bit of fuel. We need to find something soon." After hours of driving, EJ finally spotted a cabin in the distance. "Woohoo!" he yelled in ecstasy. We hoped that there would be people in the cabin that could help us. We knocked on the door. "Hello? Anyone home?" But there was no one. As we entered the cabin, I got a really weird feeling. On the walls were pictures of children, all of different ages and races. There were toys scattered around the home. It didn't seem like anyone had lived here for quite some time. Everything was dusty and dirty. Of course, my brothers were looking for food in the kitchen. There wasn't any food, but there were bags of candy, chips, soda, and chocolates. "This was probably like an old toy museum or something," said one of my brothers. "More like a house with freaks," said the other. It seemed like we could help ourselves to as much candy as we wanted, and we did. My brothers completely indulged themselves in chocolates, candy, and jelly beans. While stuffing our faces, we started driving again. About 3 hours later, the caravan ran out of fuel. "Oh no!" yelled EJ. It stopped in the middle of the gravel road. We were completely stranded and didn't know where we were. For 5 days, we lived in the caravan, eating candy for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We were miserable. My brothers started fighting. We thought of walking, but we didn't want to leave the caravan. It was our home. Thoughts of Tom made us feel sad. Was he also lost? Was he thinking of us? Then, on the 5th day, a miracle happened. A small brown caravan came driving from afar. It was Jack and his family. They stopped and gave us water. I jumped up and gave Jack a big hug. It probably smelled really bad since I haven't showered in a week. His parents offered to give us a ride to the nearest town. They knew the area pretty well. We all got into their caravan. My 4 brothers and I sat close together. We were too big for their small caravan. For some reason, Jack's parents drove back on the road that they came from.